NHLBI research shows that any movement is good for heart health. My pledge is to move more for a healthier heart by having more meetings on the move.
Hey there, I'm Francis Collins, the Director of the National Institutes of Health, and I'm here because it's American Heart Month. And we at NIH, along with the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, are trying to encourage everybody to do everything you can to prevent heart disease, which is still the #1 killer in the United States. And a big thing you can do is activity. Recommendations are that everybody should have 2.5 hours of exercise every week. I gotta tell you, 10 years ago, I didn't do that. But now I do, and I've never felt better, and neither has my wife, who was just helping me with this big tire a minute ago. So encouraging you to do the same, and also maybe to take a pledge. The pledge about Move with Heart, and it goes like this: I pledge to move more for my heart health. Take the pledge, take a video of yourself, put it up on Twitter or Instagram, and then challenge somebody else to do the same. And I challenge Jerome Adams, the Surgeon General of the United States, to take the pledge. So everybody, get the exercise, prevent heart disease. It's Heart Month. Do everything you can to stay healthy and happy.
Hi, I'm United States Surgeon General, Dr. Jerome Adams. Dr. Francis Collins, thank you for challenging me to take the hashtag Move with Heart pledge. You know, it's never too late or too early to improve your heart health. Even a small bit of activity can make a big difference, but the key is to get started. The science is clear. Just an average of 22 minutes a day of physical activity, which comes out to just 2.5 hours per week, can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. That's one of the reasons I'm committed to staying SG Fit. Join me and take NHLBI's national pledge by recording a video of yourself reciting hashtag Move with Heart while getting active. You can upload it to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag Move with Heart. I challenge FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb to take the hashtag Move with Heart pledge. Scott, this one's for you.
Here at FDA, we're dedicated to the public health. So when the Surgeon General, Dr. Jerome Adams, challenged me to take the Move with Heart pledge, I was happy to participate. There are many things that you can do to be good to your heart, and it starts with a proper diet. That means eat a variety of fruits and vegetables. Eat diets high in whole grains. Try and eat fish, at least 2 portions a week, and preferably fish high in omega-3 fatty acids. When you cook at home, try not to add salt and try to avoid foods that are high in sodium. Being good to your heart also means making sure you get enough exercise. Experts say try to exercise for 30 to 60 minutes 3 to 5 times a week. But even a little bit can count. And so if you're at work, try to walk between meetings or try to take the stairs instead of taking the elevator. But most of all, don't use tobacco and try to avoid secondhand smoke. And if you do smoke, keep trying to quit. Every try counts. And there are a lot of options that can help you quit, so seek help from your healthcare professional. And now I challenge you, CDC Director Dr. Ann Schuchat, to take the Move with Heart pledge.
Did you know that heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States? That's why this American Heart Month, I'm pledging to move with heart. That's why I walk to all the meetings that I can, even if it means walking up 12 flights of stairs. I challenge Americans to increase their physical activity and protect their hearts.
I'm Alex Azar, Secretary of Health and Human Services for the United States. I was delighted when last week our acting CDC Director, Dr. Ann Schuchat, challenged me to move with heart. Each year, 610,000 Americans die from complications related to heart disease. But heart disease is something that each and every one of us can do something about through better nutrition as well as exercise. Just 2.5 hours of exercise every week can make a huge difference in our heart health. I try to walk a half an hour every single day. That's how I get my steps in, and that's how I try to exercise. I encourage all Americans to move with heart.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services at taxpayer expense.
Hi, I'm Dr. Janine Clayton, the Director of the NIH Office of Research on Women's Health. Did you know that every year heart disease kills more women than men? So I encourage women and men to move more for their heart health. And I pledge to move more for my health by taking more walking meetings. And I challenge Dr. Nora Volkoff, the director of NIDA, to move more and also take the pledge. I wish everyone good heart health for American Heart Month and always. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Nora Volkoff, director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, and I pledge to exercise on a daily basis because my heart needs it and it's going to make me healthier, but also it's going to make my brain happier. And I want to challenge Walter Crochet to do the same. And it's a lot of fun. Bye-bye.
I'm not a real basketball player, but I play one on these videos. But what's real and not fake is that exercise is the best thing you can do for your brain health. And I pledge to move with heart. 15 minutes of exercise every day because I want to age with preserved cognition. And I challenge my colleague, Dr. Josh Gordon from the National Institute of Mental Health, who's nursing a broken leg, but still needs to exercise every day.
I know exercise is important, both to help my broken leg recover and to keep my heart and my brain healthy. That's why, Walter Koroshetz, I accept your challenge to move with heart. Dr. Deanna Bianchi of the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, I challenge you to exercise regularly and move with heart.
Hi, I'm Dr. Diana Bianchi, Director of the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, and I accept my fellow director, Josh Gordon's challenge. I'm down here in the gym, it's around 6 in the morning. My neighbor is filming this. She knows that we're both in here every morning, or at least almost every morning, at 6 in the morning. Because exercise is the best thing you can do for your heart health and your brain health. So I challenge my fellow Americans to get at least 2.5 hours of exercise every week to move with heart.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Lin, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Office of Minority Health. This American Heart Month, I take the challenge to move with heart by stepping away from my computer screen to take a short walk a few times a day. I walk about 10,000 steps a day. I challenge you to do the same. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eliseo Perez Estable, Director of NIMHD, and every morning I walk up 6 flights of stairs to keep moving for heart health.
I'm Dr. Richard Hodis, Director of the National Institute on Aging at NIH. I began exercising for my heart health many years ago, and I'm still at it.
Kilmarks. I'm a medical doctor at the U.S. National Institutes of Health and also an Assistant Surgeon General in the U.S. Public Health Service. I'm going to tell you how we move with heart at the NIH. Over a year ago, in response to the Surgeon General's call for action, the officers at NIH put these signs on every stairwell and every elevator bank on the entire NIH campus. We found these point-of-decision motivational signs to be very effective at increasing the stair usage and decreasing the elevator usage. This increases our heart health and also saves energy and saves money. So let me ask you, step it up, take the stairs, and move with heart.